Coming up on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City after show.
My freedom is at question. I am fighting for something bigger.
I'm representing everybody out there wrongly accused or convicted of a crime they didn't do. And if I have the means to fight, I'm gonna fight.
No one asks me, like, is Jen guilty? Don't ask me, because I'm gonna tell you the truth.
I pray to God you're guilty. You're innocent.
Then my mind starts going, would you go visit Jen? Actually, you know what? I would. I would go, for sure.
Mary, do you like Jennie?
No.
There's nothing for Jennie. She just killed that whole vibe, period. You say a T?
Lisa likes to make sure the water is always stirred up and muddy, but she does not want to get her hands dirty.
Lisa is a very heavy-handed friend, and I know that you're Lisa's friend. So I need to know where you're at to being a friend to me.
You exude leading with love and kindness.
Thank you.
But she does not.
We've shared some hurt with another friend. It really hurt to have someone went through it with you. It's like, wow, you think it's a gift. It brings you together, and you want to start protecting each other because no one deserves to be hurt for no reason. Your Real Housewives of Salt Lake City after show starts now.
Jen, you opened up a lot this season about your legal case and all the intricacies behind it.
Basically, it's imminent that we have to go to trial because anything other than that would be us saying we're guilty and taking a plea, right?
That's the only way to stop. Is go to trial.
Is to go to trial.
I have what's maybe the most important question of this whole interview. Have you heard anything from Kim Kardashian?
Do we need to add Kim Kardashian to our legal team? Listen, Kim Kardashian is not officially part of the Shah Squad legal team yet. Look, people thought I was joking around when I was like, do we need to add Kim Kardashian to our legal team? I was dead ass 100 serious, okay? Dead ass. Because people can say whatever they want about Kim Kardashian and this and that. Look, I have mad respect for her. She has been able to be an advocate and affect change for people that have been wrongly accused of crimes. They're innocent. And then she's been able to help be part of the movement, you know, to go, you know, fight for them at the White House or with government to get them released. And so I was dead serious because at this point I'm feeling like I'm wrongly accused of something. I don't know what the hell's going on. Listen, do I need Kim Kardashian on my team? Because that bitch gets handled, okay? Her daddy handled OJ, and now Kim K, you've got some, listen, just add a Kardashian to the team. I don't take this lightly. This is not something, it's my life. And more importantly, it's my family's life. I care more about them than anything. I don't want my kids or my husband or my mom or just my family, like, you know, affected by this. And so I have to fight, and I know I do. Yeah, I had faith in the justice system. Like, if you didn't do anything wrong, they can't come after you. No, that's not how the federal system works. And that's what I've been educated on, you know, how the system actually works, how, you know, cooperating witnesses work. And it's been eye-opening for me. And I'm very vocal about social justice. I always have been. That's how I've just been raised. I mean, if people knew my mom was on 25 committees in Washington, in Congress, like, then they understand where I get this from. I'm representing not only my family name, but I'm representing everybody out there that has ever been accused, wrongly accused, or convicted of a crime they didn't do. And if I have the means to fight, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight because what's happening is not right. And this has not only happened to me, there are so many other people out there in America that this has happened to, that have gone to prison for, they're completely innocent. Their lives have been ruined. So for me, you know, I'm like, I just have to have faith in God that there's a reason this is happening to me. There's a reason I'm supposed to learn and help others from it. There has to be a reason that I'm going through this, and just God and my family, coach, and my kids, my mom, that's what's getting me through this right now, because I just have to have faith, and I just have to keep fighting. And it's not just for me. I feel like it's the principle, like I have to fight for everybody else, you know, that doesn't have a voice, that doesn't have the means or the resources to fight.
Mary, this season had some ups and some downs. Moving forward, where do you see your relationships going with the other ladies?
Well, I feel like Meredith and we still have a lot of room, because I watched the other night and she's like telling Andy that me and Whitney was once friends.
I think that Whitney and Mary, they really were genuinely friends, and it took such a dark turn so quickly.
So I'm like, okay, Meredith clearly doesn't know that about me, because that's not true. We was never friends. I feel like I can move forward with Lisa, but I would never trust her. Heather, I just want to ask Heather, okay, you said that you had this, this prestigious personality, and you were, what is it, refined, and you felt better than people or whatever, superior.
When I was a good Mormon, I felt very superior.
And I'm just wanting to ask Heather, when did she change it? Because, I mean, everybody changes. I'm just trying to figure out, when did Heather change? Did she change from, because she said 5 years ago, she called her sister, she wouldn't have even called her sister because she felt like she was better than her sister. Well, clearly she feels like she's better than me.
Who's your husband? It's your step-granddaddy.
And then Whitney, I would move forward with Whitney. I think Whitney just, I don't know, Chris. I can't tell you about Whitney because I need to see her sober.
Oh my God, Whitney.
Please?
Talk about what? First of all, you're
Just
not
come talk to
100%. Like right now,
Mary,
I can smell on your breath.
If I can just deal with her sober and get to know her, who she is, I would probably, and who's left? Jen? I would just keep praying for Jen. I hope that Jen is what Jen says Jen is. Okay, so in reality, okay, I know that whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen. We cannot stop it. Jen can't stop it. Whatever Jen did and whatever the indictment, whatever this is all about, it's got to come to light. If Jen has to go and do time for problems or her lifestyle that she chose in the past, it's something to accept. Then my mind starts going, would you go visit Jen? Actually, you know what? I would go for sure. And I would hope that she's okay. And my heart goes out to her family. No one asks me, like, is Jen guilty? Do you think she's guilty? Well, don't ask me, because I'm going to tell you the truth.
I pray to God you're guilty. You're innocent. Look, I said that.
I am innocent.
Okay.
But, it's just, you hope for the best in all of it. And hopefully that it wouldn't be as bad as what it could be. And hopefully it as long as it should be or whatever. So whatever that means.
And I'm just curious, where do you and Jennie stand today?
Mary, do you like Jennie?
No.
There's nothing for Jennie. Jennie and I will never. She just killed that whole vibe. That's not the company I'll ever keep. Period. You say a T? Period.
Jennie opens up to you about her marriage, but you weren't interested in continuing the conversation.
Jennie? No.
Have you guys talked to your husband since you've been here?
Yeah, I did check up on him. My issue with my husband, and we're working on it. Mary, did you talk to Robert?
I did.
Awesome.
That side of my life I'm not comfortable talking about. And I don't, especially because I don't really know you like that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like married people don't want to hear about other maritals that are not working. You want to be encouraged. You want to be inspired. And then I don't have anything in me that wants to be friends with Jennie. So why would I want to know about her marriage? Why would I want to get to know about how bad she's doing? And then it was just elements in levels, because then I felt like she already told Meredith everything.
He told me, what about a sister wife?
She didn't confide in me, and I feel like I was being thrown in the mix, and it just triggered me. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to be there, and I feel like I had much more, something interesting more to talk to Meredith about, other than Jennie talking to her about her husband. What does that mean?
It seemed like you did make up with her the night before, though.
I apologized to Jennie probably because she was looking pitiful. And I was like, I probably feel sorry. There I go in my heart again and feel sorry for her. And it's like, okay. I think that what I said was not okay. Heather said, why don't you want to be friends with Jennie? Is she relevant to you? And I said, no, she's not relevant to me. I don't even know her.
That's not acceptable. She's our friend.
It is
We're on a
for
girls'
me,
trip.
and it will be, and you will accept it. I don't
Why
even
don't you just want to be peaceful?
care. I care about what matters.
I think Jennie matters.
Not to me.
don't matter.
Not to me. It's okay. You don't have to.
And I started thinking about later, and I'm like, you can't say people aren't relevant. Like, come on, Mary, that's a little. And even though it's true, I mean, not to me. She's relevant to her, her family and the people that love her. But why is people relevant to you that you don't even know? And why do they have to be? And I feel like Heather was just like poking and poking for me to retaliate, to react or say something. And she got it because I could have handled it better. And I was probably wrong. So if I apologized, I was wrong. I don't mind apologizing at all. But I feel like if I say something that's a little hurtful, then I better go back and fix it. Like, just let them know. I'm sorry, my bad. But she's not. Okay. Okay.
We get to see you ladies do so many fun things this season, one of which was dog sledding in Vail.
I was specifically waiting to see what Mary chose because I was going to do the opposite.
We could either do ice skating shopping or we can do dog sledding.
I'm shopping, for sure. Ice skating. I love ice skate.
You want to go dog sledding, right?
Hundo P, Mitra, Mike, wherever you go with, I'm following you.
So can you get a DUI on a dog sled?
You're gonna find out. All right, guys. Come on!
It was a blast.
Yeah.
Whitney and I could have fun at an insurance convention. You could put me and Whit anywhere. You could put us in a room where everyone is miserable and hates us, and we're going to be like raging, like we're going to be in the middle of the mosh pit about an hour later. That is the relationship that Whitney and I have with the world and with each other. So as long as I was with my cousin, I knew that I was going to be okay.
What was it like getting to know Jennie when you went dog sledding?
I feel like she fits into the weather just fine. Like, we had a great time. It took everything I had to not be like, so Lisa, really? Like
you're really friends with Lisa.
Yeah, like you are so nice and kind, Jennie. Like, what's going on here? But we held back.
I think I wanted to give Jennie an opportunity to speak her mind.
Lisa likes to make sure the water is always stirred up and muddy, but she does not want to get her hands dirty, which is exactly what she did on the bus, where she said, I am dead on with my theory for why a SWAT team showed up for Jen today, but I am not going to tell any of you.
I think I know.
What is it?
I want to hear what you think it is, and I'll tell you if I think you're close.
Okay.
Lisa is a very heavy-handed friend, as I learned quickly season 1. If you send Lisa a thumbs up text,
Thumbs up. You.
you are off of the SS Lisa forever, And I wanted to give her an opportunity to speak her mind, And I wanted to kind of get to know her better because just like Whitney said, there was a big part of me that was just like, I want to be all in with you, but I know that you're Lisa's friend. So I need to know where you're at to being a friend to me.
I just wanted to get to know them and then enjoy our time together. So that was my mindset. And I want to walk into the relationship with them like a clean slate. I don't care about the situation they have with Lisa. I told them, look, Lisa and I are friends. I will have her back when it's right. When she's wrong, I will tell her she's wrong. That's what friends do for each other.
She had been warned and warned and warned about me and Whitney, and now she's like alone with us dog sledding, and we're all having a great time. And I just kept thinking, she's got to be processing this. She's got to be thinking, wait a second, nothing I've been told about them is true.
Whitney and Heather, bad weather, tornado, spin the truth, destroy.
And like, there's a part of me that just wants someone to uncover the lies, and the BS, and just be like, we're just here to be good people, try to be good. I don't think I'm a good person, but I'm trying to be a friend to people that are unnecessarily mean and horrible. So like, that alone should give us some points.
And it's out of respect. I think it's important to note, it's not a choose a side. It's a, I genuinely respect her relationship with Lisa, and I don't want to come in between it. Just like Angie, despite whatever Lisa wants to say about that, I never talked to Angie about Lisa until now. Now we sit there and talk. It's so fun.
Throughout this season, your friendship with Meredith confused some of the ladies.
Question, Meredith. You exude leading with love and kindness.
Thank you.
But she does not. So can you help me understand? Because you have a friend of 10 years here.
Everybody has a different dynamic.
I like Meredith. I think Meredith is cool. I love vocabulary. I think she's well spoken. I think that she's a smart woman. She's a businesswoman. She's beautiful. She has beautiful qualities. And you won't never know because you'll be, if she eyes you out or she disengage.
Disengage, sweetie.
But if she includes you in, you get to see the good qualities and just, she's fun. She's just she's down, she's like ready, she's just that, she's a friend you want.
Coming off of season 1, Mary was one of very few people who actually had been super supportive of me. Mary she's unusual in the sense that she is a very present human being. That is easy for me to deal with. I know that's hard for a lot of people because sometimes, she's a bit unfiltered and she says what she's thinking and feeling.
Little girl.
And then she moves on. And sometimes other people have a hard time moving on because they're hurt by what she was thinking or feeling. But, I'd rather know what the issue is. And that was a big problem for me this year with Lisa, was I was sensing that there was a lot of, tension between us. And I had seen a shift in her behavior towards me.
Who is there for me? Because nobody is there for me.
But when I would ask what was wrong, she would tell me everything was great. And I'm not pointing a finger at Lisa. Lisa might not have even known in her own mind exactly what the issues are, But it to me, that whole thing of just Mary's direct behavior, I actually am very good with that. I think it's like, it makes life easy. She also was very helpful because during, the times when all the tweets and stuff were going on with Brooks and Jen.
She likes to tweet saying, I want Jen to turn around and slap Brooks and call him a sissy bitch.
Mary had been there before. And it wasn't like we were sitting there and bad-mouthing Jen. There was none of that. That's not her thing.
Jen?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what her talking about her makes me do.
But she was able to kind of say, to us, let it go, don't let it get to you. She was able to give a certain level of comfort in that situation.
I mean, because you got the invite, I think that is your outlet to explain, look, you're hurting my family, and I'm telling you, stop it.
Someone who had not been through, I don't think could have done.
We've shared some hurt with another friend in the friend group. And we've shared that. And Chris, it hurts. It really hurt. Like, if I could say real emotion, hurtful experience. And to have someone went through it with you or just went through it, period, and can understand you is like it's like, wow, you think it's a gift. And I feel like Mary and Meredith share that hurt of being just disliked from another friend that really went all in.
You're gonna go with Mary, who her grandfather?
Just to make sure that she didn't like us and no one else was going to. And it brings you together and you want to start protecting each other because no one deserves to be hurt for no reason. Just because they're who they are and just because they're them. They're who. Meredith's Meredith, I'm Mary. We both are called Mayor. And, we just share a lot of things that I don't know, it shouldn't be. And I love our kids and I love Seth and Robert Sr., he's starstruck with Meredith and he's not starstruck by anyone. Like he's probably going to get mad because I said that, but it's okay. I said it. But if someone can, come in your life and you can share something with them, you definitely collect them as in your friend group, and you don't let them go. Yeah.
I love it. Mayor squared.
Okay. Beautiful. Mayor squares.
Let's talk about your closet. It is iconic.
And unconventional.
I'm welcoming you to my little humble abode. That I don't let anyone in, but...
My God.
I have a little bit of a shopping problem.
You have a closet and this?
Every closet in the house is full of my clothes.
And you hired a closet organizer.
So I feel like it's a lot.
Well, clearly I would need a closet organizer because, you want to look like you're organized, even though I'm not. And so I lived in New York, and we had a place in New York, and my son went to school in New York. So I feel like I transferred like half of my life to New York, and then I moved back. So all the junk and all the things that I had from New York, I just crammed into a little space that I had in my room and tried to create a closet. Okay, well, clearly it was not organized. It looked like the jungle. I want to be able to see my things, and I want to be able to remember what I have, because I never remember. I probably wouldn't even wear this shirt if I remember what I have in my closet. I just have to find it. But, I have a lot of clothes. I have a lot of shoes. I have a lot of purses, handbags, whatever. But it's from time of the past, of things that I've been through, like amazing things. Like I have a little clutch, but it's like a cigar box, and it's a Chanel clutch. And it's when Chanel had their show in 2016 in Cuba, and they had a show in Cuba, and it was when Cuba was not letting us, even at the United States, in Cuba, and they kind of broke ground and was able to get there, and they made clutches out of the real cigar boxes. And so things like that are like collector pieces, and you're not going to get. And for me, I was super excited because, I don't know, first of all, it's from Cuba. That's cool. Second of all, it's like a cigar box. That's cool. Third is Chanel. That's like, wow. So my things I know the history of them, and I know it, and they're not just like, I don't go shopping every day. I don't need to. I have things that I collected along the way in life, and I got. And I love my things, and it is a part of my life. It's a part of me because I don't love fashion to be the best. I love fashion because it's a part of Mary. It's a part of who I am. I mean, sometimes it turns out to be the best, but it's by accident. Did I just say that? Yes, you did. But I really don't, it's like I don't have that attitude, and I don't feel it in me to compete or be the top. It's just that I have beautiful collector pieces that are timeless, and they are a part of Mary. And I love them because of their history and what came behind them. And that's what fashion is for me. It's loving what you have, loving, not trying to be something. Yeah.
So we are in the iconic Mary M. Cosby closet. And you've been serving us looks since day one of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Like, I love sitting in these Balmain pants and these Gucci boots and this shirt I bought in Milano.
Those are Christian Louboutin. They are! With the red bottoms?
But I have to ask, what do you think of the other ladies' fashions?
So I feel like fashion and dressing is like a personal thing. My grandmother loved clothes. My grandmother was fashion. My mom was fashion. I remember wearing high knee boots with high heels. So I think growing up in fashion, you tend to notice when people hit it and when they don't. And in this group, I think Meredith has good fashion for Meredith. I think Meredith makes a mark because her last name is Marks. It's her personal style, but I enjoy her. I don't enjoy Whitney. Whitney's fashion is, I feel like she didn't grow up with fashion, and she didn't grow up with the fashion sense. So coming on to, into this world, you kind of need fashion a little bit to give you that boost. And so she struggles a little bit. For me, it's my opinion, doesn't mean it's right, but for me, it's a little struggle, but she's got the body and the looks, and that makes up for everything. So I guess that's what happens.
Jennie, your luncheon at the Peace Garden started perfectly. The food was beautiful. The setting was perfect. And Heather and Mary made up.
I like Heather. Thank you.
The Peace Garden works.
Yay, the Peace Garden works.
There's peace. Everybody's besties. I love it.
I felt like the luncheon was great, the beginning, but it didn't turn out the way I expected to turn out.
Everybody was talking about it.
We were all
Jen,
talking
if that happened to me, we'd all be talking
including
about
myself,
it. Everyone was
talking
talking
about
about
it.
it.
What do you, I mean, I don't know why we have to tell her this to hurt her.
No, it's not to hurt her. It's honesty.
I didn't talk about
That's
it.
what friends
I
do.
didn't
Is
know
they're
people
honest
talking
about
about
it.
Where do you think it went wrong?
I think for me, I was like, here we go again. Here's Whitney. Like, I call her little Whiskney. She's always like stirring things up.
Hey, are we even in reality or am I tripping on shrooms right now? Like, is this even real? Is everyone really being this fake?
I personally felt like it was the fakest thing I've ever sat at. Like, all of that tension, I couldn't believe that everyone was just willing to sit there in it.
I just think it's interesting that last time we were all together, it was very uncomfortable, it was very heated, and I think it's really fascinating that we're all sitting here like it never happened.
I was so just bothered that it was like this uncomfortable back and forth, but no one's being direct with their feelings or their what they know, what they want to say. It's like, let's beat around the bush until someone blows up.
Who texts you a lot of information?
Whitney was getting text messages
about, your arrest and all that stuff.
I
on the
was
media.
not the only person.
Yeah, they text you
Our
too,
phones
didn't you?
I didn't
were all
get texted.
blowing
I
up.
got called. My lawyer called me.
I was like, here we go again. And the first thing I was like, were you honest with Jen? I already met with Jen. I put things on the table with Jen. But I think Whitney likes to say whatever she has to say and then blame everybody else for it. And I'm like, why are you trying to do this? Like, you're projecting and you're trying to deflect the conversation onto me.
You called your lawyer,
I
but we are
called my
all
lawyer,
getting
but then my
phone
other
calls.
lawyer that I
was
did
begging
not
her
call
to send
called
it
me
to
back.
Yeah, that's great that you guys just had fun pre-gaming, but you're trying to start a problem with me and Jen, and that's not cool. It's like she can drop a bomb, and then she's like, oh, but did you see Lisa dropped, I'll use a bad example, the cake over there to like deflect from the fact that she just dropped a bomb. And she was doing it yet again, and I'm like, talk about yourself, worry about yourself. I'm good with Jen. And I felt like she was trying to stir up another problem, especially because Jen already had enough going on, Chris. Like, Jen had so much going on. Why are you trying to make her feel worse? Why are you doing this?
It's just cringy.
We actually went out together afterward and we're just like, we had to let loose because it was just like, these women were talking in circles and no one wanted to say what they were really thinking and feeling about each other. And it wasn't our job to force everyone to be accountable at that moment. We had done our work.
You saw what happened in Vail when we tried.
You're all crazy and you're doing exactly what we said last night we weren't gonna do. And we all sat there and said it, and none of us are saying what we think or feel right now because we're scared of Mary.
When I tried to course direct in Vail, like, I ended up flying home with Heather alone, like
on Delta.
And I didn't know we were gonna be at Peace Garden, and I was in a tube top and a mini skirt. I was like, I gotta get out of here.
And I was told it was pastel colors, so I was wearing a tea garden dress that looked like I was late for a Relief Society luncheon.
She was on her way to church. I was on my way to the club.